Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name's Heidi and I'm currently doing a mini series on all things perimenopause. And today's video, I'm going to be talking about my 3 positive changes in perimenopause, but I'm sure we can get through this pretty swiftly. So number 1 positive change is that my tolerance level has shrunk. It's become smaller. I don't have tolerance for bad behaviour or bad attitude, for small talk, conversations that are not benefiting me, not benefiting you or anyone else. I'm able now, and I don't know where it's come from, I think it's just patience levels. I can just cut the conversation off politely and move on. Whereas before, my younger self, I would probably stay there for a bit too long, letting someone yabba yabba yabba, you know, getting into conversation don't really want to get into, just to be polite. So I don't do that now. So I think that is one positive change. I guess it's more assertiveness, which is always a good thing to have. Okay, now positive change number 2 is knowing what my values and beliefs are. And I think this is an area that I have done some work on anyway. I'm currently studying psychology counselling, so obviously we do a lot of work around behaviour and maybe why people behave the way they do, and I think values and beliefs obviously tie into that. So now I recognise more what my values and my beliefs are, and it's just, for me, it's things like family and friends, the right family and friends, being around the right people. I value education in the sense of self-education. So that self-education might be going back to college like I've done, or it might be learning something that I'm interested in, learning more about things that I'm interested in, having a bit of knowledge, and I think that comes with age as well and experience. One other thing that I value or recognise that I value is that everything I do has to have a purpose. I hate doing things for the sake of it, you know, why am I doing this? Everything to me has to have a purpose, and we have to understand what we're doing when we're doing things, because I think when we're young we kind of go along with what our friends are doing, or you know, what you think people expect us to be doing. And I think in midlife it's a bit easier to understand what our own purpose is and what things mean to us. And the final thing is honesty, and this has always been something that I value. I think now that I'm in middle age, if you like, I can spot a liar from a mile off, or if someone's being slightly dishonest about things most of the time. I'm not going to say every single time, but I do appreciate honesty. I've always tried to be an honest person. I can't stand lies. I had a conversation the other day with my sister about this, and there's just something about knowing someone's lied to you or they're lying to your face, and you think, why are you doing this? Like, I mean, there's lots of probably reasons why people do lie, and I'm sure that's down to certain insecurities maybe, or not feeling good enough. But I feel like if someone's lying to me, then they're not trustworthy. So yeah, that's my values and beliefs. And the third positive thing is my HRT and asking for it. So I did some research around it. I followed a couple of podcasts, and I will link them down below. I've watched a lot of Dr. Louise Newson's stuff, but there's lots of others that are really good podcasts to listen to. So I did a bit of research, went to the doctors and asked for HRT, and luckily I had the positive experience of being given the opportunity to try it. No one put me off. I did the blood tests, did all the preparation around what you need to do, explained what my symptoms were. I tracked my symptoms, and I do have a symptom tracker, so I will put that in the link as well below, completely free. It's just lots of symptoms, not all of them, but I was able to track the different symptoms that I had, so that when I went to the doctors I was prepared for the conversation around what I was going through and how I was feeling. And I feel that out of that, HRT has given me resilience to cope with all the changes that come in perimenopause, the physical and the emotional changes. yes, so the physical and the emotional changes, it's given me the resilience to bounce back, because that's what resilience is about, isn't it? When we go through things or we experience things, are we able to bounce back from them, learn from them? And I think I've been able to be more resilient. Without the HRT, my mental health was not great. So I feel like any sort of life experiences, or, you know, things happen in life and we get challenged every day, whether it be at work, with the kids, whatever it might be. And pre-HRT, I did feel like I was struggling to cope emotionally and mentally. Just, I had no capacity. So resilience is the main thing that I've gotten from HRT, which is amazing. It also gives me the confidence to do my university degree. So I had lots of brain fog, and I thought, am I going to have the mental capacity to be able to cope with a degree, you know, and the demands of that, and the work that you need to put in that, and the time. And again, without HRT, I don't think I would have been too exhausted to even make that decision and stick to it. And the final thing is that my children have a slightly more stable mother. So although my hormones still fluctuate, HRT patches are not like some amazing miracle patch that you put on and everything's all right. It's not it's not as straightforward as that. However, because my emotional and mental state is intact, my kids most of the time have a less up and down mother, which I think has to be a positive. So they are my 3 positive changes in perimenopause. So I hope that helped someone in some way. That is the end of today's video. I hope you found it useful, and I will see you again soon. Thank you for watching. Bye.